Hello, and this is Petra Foster, and I'm your client involvement strategist. And today I'm speaking to one of my Sales in 6 Mastery clients, and she's going to be sharing with you how she went from having 0 clients to enrolling 2 clients, quitting her job in just a matter of weeks. Hi, Marianne, how are you doing?
I'm good. Hi, Petra. How are
I'm
you?
doing good. I'm so excited to be speaking to you so that you can actually share your story.
Well, thank you for having me. And I'm absolutely excited to actually be able to share what I gained from the Sales in 6 Mastery and how it helped me greatly.
Oh, brilliant. So can you share with us what it is that you actually do then?
So my product is a coaching product, a mentoring product, if you wish.
Would you say program? It's like
it's a program by way of, it's a package. It's not a one-off session.
Mm-hmm.
So I am not doing hourly phone calls or a half a day strategy at the minute. I'm not doing any of this.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I'm not doing it just yet is I believe that my clients, which so far have been women,
Mm-hmm.
they need true breakthrough and true transformation, if you wish, which is quite a woolly word.
Yes.
And that's another reason why I joined Sales in 6 Mastery, but we get to that. But in essence, they buy a package, they buy 12 sessions,
Mm-hmm.
and when they walk away, when they're done with the 12 sessions, they feel much more comfortable in their way and where they are at. So my target group, and that's quite important, is a very small niche, really. It's people that emerge from a trauma. And in my case and my clients' cases so far, they emerge from a cancer experience.
Right. Okay. So you work with people who have been survivors of cancer.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Cool.
I work with people who have finished their chemotherapy.
Mm-hmm.
They are either in remission or at a place where they think, actually, I can do some work and I want to do some work. But then the fear kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I haven't worked for 9 months. Or how do I speak to my employer that I want to come back?
Yep.
I can't do a full day.
Mm-hmm.
How do I tell people or my colleagues that why I can't be doing a full day? And that in itself causes so much stress and anxiety that people just don't even try to get back into the workplace.
I love the fact that you have such a very specific niche, because so many people do think that it's only people that help people to make money that can actually charge premium rates. But you've just proven that you help cancer survivors. Okay, and you're not helping people to make money. You're not helping people in their business. You're helping people in their health and well-being, and they are getting results and they're paying you in full. So let's just talk about Marianne. What was your business like before joining Sales in 6 Mastery?
So I had an inkling and an idea what I wanted. And I also had done what we would call the market research. That just happened whilst I was sitting there in oncology and talking to people. I knew there was a niche and there was a gap that needed filling. So for my own sake, I did a transformational coaching course, which I absolutely adored. And I did it to help myself to get through my chemo and get back on my feet, basically. When it transpired more and more that that's actually something and I can make my profession, I had 2 issues. A, I come from a customer service background, so I don't sell. I can't sell. And B, I was under the illusion of serving vulnerable people, and therefore I couldn't charge.
Yes.
So I couldn't charge what I needed to charge, because when it became obvious that no matter how hard I tried, I would not be able to do a 10, 12-hour day for quite some time. I wanted to work and I wanted to make a living, and really, I really didn't want to necessarily go back into the corporate world as an employee.
Yes. So before starting Sales and Six Mastery, did you ever coach any clients in this area?
I had training clients throughout the program that I did. So that were a number of people that I had to take through the transformational steps.
But you didn't charge them. That was free, was it?
No. I didn't charge them. That was for free.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
So did you get your first paying client during Sales and Six Mastery then?
The first paying client on the high fee.
Yes. Good.
I got that. I think it was week 3 or 4.
Yeah, I believe it was week 3.
Yeah, I think it was week 3.
So how did you feel? Do you mind saying what your fees are?
I'm charging £2,997.
Brilliant.
For 3 months.
For 3 months.
For 12 sessions. So.
And how did you feel? Because like you said that your background wasn't sales. So how did you actually feel having your first sales conversation, and then when she actually says yes and paid, how did that make you feel?
Do you know, I was mortified about the sales conversation. and I was like, how do I ever sell? But what I learned very early on in the program was that if I was very clear what my offering was, and I knew very well how I could help my client, it's actually not a sale per se.
Yes.
So as it transpired, my very first client, I got through I was invited to a women's breakfast in Switzerland, and this lady approached me afterwards and she just said, look, I'm just where you were and I need your help. And we just started chatting. And at the end, it was like, I said, look, I know I can help you. The program looks like this, and the cost is £2,997. And all she said was, how much is that in Swiss francs? And that was that. And she paid. And she paid in full. She paid in full.
So how did you, because so many people, as you said, people think that, it's difficult to sell. But you said that you found, now that you knew how to create your offer and how to talk about what you did, do you find that took so much of the pressure off when it comes to selling?
It just makes, to me, it's just talking about what I do. I don't think about sales when I speak to people. And when somebody approaches me about the program now, it's not about, oh my God, I need to sign up this client. It's about, I can help you and let's work together. And that's a different baseline altogether. So my second client, she was talking to me for nearly 6 weeks, on and off, on chat and WhatsApp. And then she came to see me. At that point, I knew she would buy the program. So I didn't have to sell. I just had to explain what we would be doing over the next 3 months.
That is amazing.
Again. Do you know what? Yes, can I pay you? How do I pay you? I was like, oh, okay. So, and for me, that's great, because I know what I'm offering, it's not about me, it's not about the money. I take it, don't get me wrong. But I know that I have that offering that my specific clients in my niche really need and want.
Yes, I love that. So can you share with us then, what would be so you enrolled 2 clients, which is brilliant. Oh, didn't you also leave your job as well? I just forgot about that.
Yes, I did. And now that kind of developed over time. When I started off thinking, okay, I want to change career, it was kind of down the road, down the line somewhere. And I had a really good relationship with my employer, so I knew that I could go back and I could do this and I could do that. They offered me a wonderful project that 2 years ago I would have jumped on it and I would have just done it. Now I knew it was not within the times that I can work at the minute. I really can only do 4, maybe 6 hours a day, and that's it. I'm just not there yet to do a full day's work.
Yeah.
But that position would have required for me to travel a lot and I love traveling, but I can't travel that much just yet. So I just did my
didn't take it. You didn't, and because you're doing something that you don't need it, and you're passionate about what it is that you're doing.
Exactly. And so I think it was after I'd spoken to my second client, I basically just resigned.
That is amazing. That's only
doing what I'm doing.
That is fantastic. So can you share with us then, because 1006 Mastery is a group program, okay? And many people think, oh my God, I'm not going to get the support that I need in a group program. I'm not going to be able to get my questions answered. It's going to be too many people. What would you say when someone says that?
I would say the Sales Master Sisters, as we call each other, I would say I know probably 80% of them really well. I would probably have had interaction either via Skype or chat with most of them somehow. And if somebody has that reservation, or I'm not getting the support because it's a group program, I would say, yes, I can hear you. And I think I had some reservations from my experience in previous programs that I've taken. But in Sales in 6 Mastery, if you as an attendee engage, if you post, if you speak up, if you ask questions, you will get an answer. And if you are willing to put in the work, then it's a two-way street. And what I particularly loved about the program was the teaching per se isn't via video only. No, it's live. It's live. I've seen people in a live environment, some with their pajamas on, others with their cup of tea, sometimes with a glass of wine, and then there was just a chat, and there's always a meaningful discussion. So you walk away, well, I walked away from the training thinking, I know what I now need to do tomorrow on this program. I know what kind of work I need to put in. And mind you, for 2 weeks of the training, I was in Switzerland. So that was 10 o'clock at night time when it actually started. But I would still be there because it's just giving you what gave me the feel of this is actually interactive. It's not me studying behind closed doors. And that's the difference. You still have to do the work, don't get me wrong. You get out of it what you put in.
That's right.
But the support is there.
Absolutely. So I love that, because the reason why I wanted to do the calls live, because the calls, they take place on Monday and Thursdays, 9 p.m. GMT, 4 p.m. EST. And I wanted to deliver them live because I think that there's so much more accountability there. Because on the Monday, we had the live class. And then we had homework needed to be done by the Thursday, ready for the Q&A.
Exactly. And you know what? You pull people up. I can remember when you said to me, and what did you do, Marianne? And I was like, oh, yeah, what did I do? So it creates it creates a little bit of peer pressure as well, which is not bad.
Yes. And it does. It really does. So what would you say, what would you describe your experience of working with me then? How would you describe that?
I think I felt challenged at times, but I always felt loved. I think that's a fair assessment.
Oh, that's lovely.
A challenging question, or just a comment, are you sure you want to do that? It is really invaluable, because that makes me then think, okay, rework. And I remember when we had to do our sales proposition, the positioning statement, I needed to do it, I think, 4 times.
I know, I remember.
Until I got, this all dancing, all clapping, well done, that's it. But it didn't feel like punishment or, this serious way of, oh God, I need to do it again. It was just, okay, take the feedback on board, do it again. So,
and that's it. And that's what I really wanted, because my role is to help you to sell and to be the best, to present your offer the best way that you can. So if I found that anyone was maybe not participating as much, I would tag them and I'll say, hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Yeah. I think that's invaluable because
yes.
at the end of the day, that creates the relationship, the rapport, and it creates this togetherness.
Yes.
And I'm sure all my colleagues in the group, we all said the same. We would we would have discussions with our accountability partner.
Oh, yes.
And very often we would be saying, my accountability partner and we would be saying, oh, I don't think Peter would like that. We need to do it again. So because it creates this, let's just make sure that we get it right.
Yes, absolutely. So what would you say then to people that are on the fence about joining?
I think you're mad. If you really are serious about your program and your product, and if you really want to make the best for yourself,
mm-hmm.
you would be mad not to join, because we all have spent money on online courses. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here and we wouldn't be knowing what it's like. But I can wholeheartedly say, I think it was after the second week when I said to my accountability partner, Catherine, do you know what? This was worth every penny, and we are only in week 2.
That's brilliant.
It is really, it's so much value, and it is so, the environment made it for me as well. It was just a nice environment that I felt comfortable in working, sharing, talking about stuff that bothered me, or just say, hey, I made a sale, and everybody was genuinely, delighted for me. It wasn't, it was like sharing a victory.
Because it is. It really, and I really appreciate you saying that, because this interview is not planned. We didn't know what we were going to talk about today, and this is brilliant. So what I will say, just one last thing, did you have any one-on-one coaching with me personally?
No. And you know what? I thought, now if she says I can do this, I take the course, I get going, and if at a later stage I need a one-on-one, I book a one-on-one, and that may still be happening.
Yeah.
But of course there was this kind of little niggle in my head, how can you possibly do that in 6 weeks?
Yeah.
My message to everybody would be, do the work. The materials are brilliant. There is no ambiguity, but you have to do the work. And if you do the work, you get the feedback. If you work with the feedback, your work gets better. And then you get the confidence. It's,
And you just touched on something so important. You says, do the work, take the action, and then you get the confidence.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that you say that, because it's something that I always say.
Yeah.
Motivation and confidence comes via action, but it can only take action when you know exactly what you're doing. And I think that's the perfect way to end the interview. So thank you so much, Marianne, for sharing your story. Now, if you are now ready to start making sales in your business within 6 weeks or less, as you heard, Marianne made her first sale within 3 weeks. She made a second sale and she's quit her job. The process of how I teach you to sell is simple, effective, and repeatable. All you need to do is go to petrafoster.com/go, and I'll see you in Sales and Six Mastery. Bye-bye.